How many hot dogs are we cooking?
Cooked one pack of 16 and there's still some left, so.
See, so here they all are, all making food.
So I'm gonna get everybody here to.
How you doing, Mike? Howdy. How you doing?
Good. I made a frisbee, but I'm keeping it under wraps because I don't want everybody to just fall, find their age. They're not even going to compete. So what's the point?
Is there cake to die for over there?
Cake is to die for over here. Yes, it is. Absolutely.
This is the rolling Zoom wagon. So you got a truckload of wood there, Doc?
Yeah.
And I hope we go home with less than I brought.
I rather think you probably will. But I want to make sure that when people go full with it, I get over there with the camera with the up and there's Jeff. Jeff, can you hear me now? He probably can't. Oh, he's muted.
Yes, I can hear you.
You can. You're coming through a speaker too. You're the first Zoomist in here. The rest of us are standing around here trying to keep this Wi-Fi hotspot working.
Your audio keeps going in and out. I hear you and then you break out.
Where is he signing in from?
Carolina, someplace, North Carolina.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, now we're back. There's Bowman.
Hello.
Michael Gibson, can you hear me?
Are you asking if I can hear you?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
We're working with a phone. I'm working with a telephone hotspot. It comes and goes.
And how old are you?
No. All right. He made a giant grandfather clock. The wood, the metal, and everything, and donated it to the Rockford Plantation. And if you go to the Rockford Plantation, you'll see this. Damn thing's worth about $50,000.
Wow. All he has is his truck, and then, and fur was front legs, but.
So, Matt, how many people do you think we have here today?
I'd say we're close to 24, 2 dozen or so.
2 dozen or so?
That's my guess.
When are you going to do the frisbee toss?
We're gonna get ready to start right now. Looks like everybody's finished eating.
Hello. Welcome to our picnic. I'm so glad everyone could come. The weather held out for us. It's really great to have everybody here. It's our UFO challenge, where we're going to be throwing our UFO Frisbee creations for distance. And there is a prize for the winner that gets the furthest. We're going to go, I think, best of 3 throws. So if everyone's ready, we'll move into location and start the chuck.
Where are you going to do it from? Over here?
We're going to do it right out here. Yeah.
You have to take it out of the bag, Mike.
Oh, yeah, that's not fair. We got electronics in it. UFO to see that.
At our 40th reunion, he said, Martin, exactly where that book went. You were the only one.
Yeah, you're standing there.
Anyhow, think about what.
Hey, that's a good one.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was a bad throw. Hey, Ray, upside down doesn't count.
A lot of them just.
We're rolling off the parking lot. Lost it. That's free.
I guess if you clamped that screw shut and left it there on its side, you'd never get any air in at all.
I think you may be right, but I don't know. I can't see how it quite seals. It seems to me it would leak around the screw. So I haven't tried it yet.
When you, the one time you were using bags.
I use the bags. I like the bags. But when I pour stuff in.
Going.
See, I lost it.
You're probably knocking your lights off.
I'm not gonna go out there on the grass. I don't think.
Big wheels, you
And make sure, I do that all.
Now they gotta go
One of
find, measure it.
A gun stock mounted camera, huh?
Yeah.
Or something?
Well, you'd be surprised with the contraption I'm using. They'll send you a picture.
Oh, yeah, never mind. That's okay.
I got a ducks. What I got is a, what do they call it? A transport. You guys.
What, do you got a microwave in the bottom?
And make sure he wasn't sitting on it and holding the laptop, you know.
You know, walk around. All the junk goes down here. And there's a battery box over here. This is batteries.
Oh, wow.
And there's a camcorder and a webcam and an iPad. And a speakerphone. Come on around this side,
Oh.
sweetie.
I think it'd be easier to shoot it with just a single iPhone.
You might be right. But then I couldn't look at you guys.
Yeah, well, that's true too.
And who's the winner?
The winner is
Oh,
Barry.
yeah.
Barry?
Barry Price with a 102 inches.
Barry got his 102 feet. Mine went 101.
So where's Barry?
Larry, you ain't gonna love the beat.
Yeah.
That's the winner.
Is that a regulation one?
Diameter and shape of what is called a driver on disc golf.
Whoa.
Huh.
Same weight as the driver also, and
And it
about
went-
9¼ inches.
And you won, didn't it? It went the furthest.
And
Yeah,
Barry made it big. So they mass produce these.
Yeah, right.
Same thing every time.
Are you gonna embellish the edge?
You know, they should have had the same guy throw each one. I mean, if you're a stronger throw, regardless of how you build it, it'll go far.
You could probably just make a wheel and roll it that far.
Worse for wear.
But the lights, did any break in the throwing?
Yeah, a couple. They fly off.
This doesn't have a motor in it, does it?
No.
What is it?
That could be a UFO or something.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be dark out.
He thought we'd all be so impressed that we'd all go home and take our Frisbees with us.
Well, that's what I thought. That's why I didn't want to bring it out too early. Plus, the batteries don't last that long.
Right. So who's in the rest of these? You gonna hold them up?
That's one of Ray Simmons.
It's pretty nice. How come it didn't go far?
I don't know.
Well, you gotta throw the thing too.
It's off center, I think.
Yeah, maybe we need to have like a designated thrower.
Yeah, a mechanical.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know. Barry could probably make one of those.
You probably could. We could mount it on the cart.
There's yours.
There's Ben's.
Nice job.
That's pretty nice, Ben.
Piece of walnut.
Good piece of walnut. Yeah. How come that didn't go the farthest?
It went pretty far. That was a thrower.
Caught a little gust of wind there.
Yeah, the one went up and came back. Like a boomerang.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, they didn't credit you for all
They
that.
did,
Oh, you should have measured both distances, you know?
Yeah, right.
You might
You
have
did
had to
double.
make the best
double
tank
good.
on it.
Yeah.
So I have the, in honor of the winner, since we were throwing things, it seemed like Chuck was in order. And since this is sort of a jamboree, it seemed a jam chuck was in order. I need the jam chuck trophy.
Oh, boy.
Not sponsored by Smuckers, but we could. There's a recess there. You can use expansion or compression to use it as a jam chuck.
Just put a smaller jar in it. Do I have to leave it in the stand to eat it?
Probably. It may or may,
It's jammed in there.
it's jammed in there really good. It may or may not be hot glue as well.
I'd ask what kind of wood it was, but that was poplar.
Maple.
Jam wood.
See on the way to the jar here.
Okay, I'm back. I'm Mike. There's a set of 5 bowls I poured with my McNaughton system. It's Catalpa burl. And McNaughton system works well, but it's so hard to aim the knife. So I came up with a jig that actually lets you measure and plot the path of the knife. Has it worked out kind of well.
Where did the catalpa come from?
Somebody at Keystone gave it to me. I mean, it's a local tree.
Yes,
You ever got trees with the big beans on them? They're catalpas.
yeah. Doug and I harvested some down at Conestoga House. They took down one. I
Yeah.
came upon it the other day in my wood pile.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, first time I've seen the burl, so.
It's
wild.
quite
Yeah.
accurate.
Oh, we lost the sun.
Yeah, the light is good now.
Too bright before.
Do you use them?
No, I just finished them. I actually turned them a couple years ago and I just finally got around to finishing them, so. They actually didn't work too bad either for sitting like that.
Pretty nice.
Turn whatever it was. It wasn't bone dry, but it wasn't
Yeah.
soppy wet either.
What do we got here? Come on in.
Couple of items.
A friend of mine passed away and his wife asked me to make a cremation urn for him. And so my first attempt at such an urn was a little heavy and a little long, but I learned a few things. Somebody said, well, why don't you make one for yourself and for your wife? So I did. I started, and I liked this one so much, I thought this would be mine. She said, oh, I like that the best. Can I have that one? So I did. Had to flip the ends around. As the bottom will have to be plugged up. The top opened up. But that will be for one of us, probably for her.
Very nice. Very nice.
When I was working on the second one, somebody had given me some cherry burl. And when I was working on this one, I noticed that both of those bowls had a rim measuring almost exactly the same. But what would happen if I put the two together? And so I have two-sided tape holding the two halves together. And if there's any lesson to be learned from this, it could be when the great creator made the universe, he made a planet that was orderly and beautiful, organized, and all of the parts had pieces. And as time went on, man had his influence and used and abused the environment and made quite a mess of things. Now, on the other hand, you could also debate whether these are blemishes or features.
I thought you were going to say that when the great creator gave us two-sided tape.
And that's not always easy to find.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's what I've been working on.
Very nice. Very
Excellent.
impressive.
Very nice. Now you have to sort of burn or carve your name in each one so that your kids or whoever doesn't get them mixed up.
I have an iron stand.
Good.
Who else we got? Whose piece is that? The weak stand there. Oh, that's Barry's. I think.
That's one of Barry's, yeah.
I got a call from a woman who had seen the wig stands at the Barshinger, and because of some circumstance, she wasn't eligible to get one there, and she wanted 6. She's a long-time survivor, and so I contracted with her to make her 6. And this one, I guess she was being polite. She just said, "Oh, it's too fancy." I think just the squid or octopus look to it put her off. I don't know. The moment she laid her eyes on it, she said, "No, that one's too fancy for me." So I made her a straight up walnut one. But this was made with, just cut for the inside, it was just cut with a template, just band-sawed out.
Oh, wait a minute.
sanded.
Those aren't separate pieces glued together.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, this is the camera that's operating for the Zoom.
You can kind of see on the bottom how they, I did turn a pretty good hemisphere on the bottom of it, but to turn the outside, they kept snapping off just as soon as the tool would hit it. They were just too fragile. And the wood, by the way, is called Argentinian Osage orange. It is not in the Osage orange family. I think it's in the very brittle wood family. Anyhow, I did use the lathe, but I used a router, but I just kind of eyeballed the contour and had it shape each one the same. And then I did sand it at about, I think about 1,000 RPM so that they'd all be in the same orientation. And a piece of not Lexan, Corian on the top to hide the, I think this did such a good job on having all 12 pieces come together like I did on the bottom. And so I put this to heal the wound.
Barry, what's the circumference of that head part?
5.5 inches diameter. You'd have to multiply that by pi to get the circumference, but it's 5.5 inches here and down here. And everything is a true radius except for the little transition down here. So it's like a 7-inch radius, 2 3/4-inch radius, 2 3/4-inch radius.
Cool. Nice. Looks like that's show and tell. Showing and telling the people here at the pavilion.
Yeah.
Look at them all.
They're all blinking. We have blinking lights.
Yeah, blinking lights.
Jelly shack, jelly jams.
I just want to give a reminder, next month's challenge is animals. So any type of animal you want to create on the lathe, that's next month's challenge.
Okay. So what about that truckload of wood over there?
Well, I don't really recognize hemlock. I just know it's not.
Well, this is yew here,
I'm pretty sure it's not a hardwood.
and yew's a beautiful wood. Hard, nice color, fantastic.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, I got a yew stump at home. I cut down a yew. It was supposed to be a shrub, but it turned into be about a 12-foot tree. But it had this trunk about like that.
Well, you give them a chance and enough years, the right light and all that sort of thing.
Well, I sawed it off, and it's drying right now. But it's going to be one of these with all kind of, it had like a lot of branches, like yews do. So it's got about 12 disorderly branches coming out of it, and hopefully they don't shrink
So
too
you're
badly.
cutting trees, huh?
I don't recognize the wood.
It's out of a burrow. First time I ever seen a burrow.
I've gone through a lot of talcum in the last 75 years.
Well, dude, it's an experiment, We got a picture up anyway. We got something here.
Have a great picnic. Wish we were there.
Yeah, we're gonna check this out now. I think I'm 7:30. We've probably done all the damage we can do. They're packing up the food, so I'm gonna pack up the Zoom too.
Yeah, I gotta go get paint over at Home Depot, so I'm heading out of here too, so,
Well, thank you for participating in the experiment. I really appreciate it.
yeah.
Thanks very much. This was great.
Thanks, Ken.
I learned a great deal out of this.
See y'all.
Thank you much.
That's the hardest part.
Here. I think that